That's good. Damn, 8 minutes late? What is wrong with me? Sorry, I just got home. But here we are, though. That's what matters. Yeah, okay. Just making sure everything's good. Alright. Excuse me. Hope everyone's doing good tonight. Is the music too loud? The music almost seems too loud. I can't tell if it is or it isn't. The only reason I say that is because I can hear it in like my headphones. So like I'm thinking it's like too loud. I don't know. You guys let me know. You guys let me know if that it's too loud or not. But hope everyone's having a good Wednesday night. Personally, I'm having a good Wednesday night myself. Just got home. It's freezing outside, bro. It's so cold. But that's my favorite type of weather. Abdu programmer, what font do you use? We have the same profile pic. Did you steal my profile pic? No, I'm playing. What font? Like what font in VS Code? I don't know. Where do you check that at? I don't think I've ever changed it, if I'm being honest. Alright, so Gonzalez. Oh, I think I did change that. I did change that once. Yeah, I did change that once because I wanted it to match a specific IDE that I used to use. Yeah. That's my profile pic, by the way. You can't steal it. I'm just letting you know. I have it copyrighted. Alright, so today we're going to be making some progress. We're going to be cleaning up some stuff. Going to be making things look good. Alright, I look forward to it. And yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to stream tonight. It may not be like incredibly too long, but we'll get some good progress in. And then go from there. I need to plug in my laptop so it doesn't go off. There we go. All right, let's do it. So the first thing is the formula sheet file that we're still using, which up here over in that direction I have my to-do list, where you can kind of see what we're currently working on, and that's mostly just cleaning up a lot of things. So we're gonna continue doing that. We're gonna continue cleaning up a lot of things. Although one thing is, I noticed we could maybe instead just go straight to bug fixing, because we still in the actual program. Jeez, let me delete a lot of these terminals really quick. But in the actual program itself, we're still kind of seeing a lot of issues. Because let me just show you guys. Adam 1 Dark is the best theme, isn't it? I think so. Is that the one I use? Is that this one? Good to see you, by the way. Let me check that after I do this, because the issue that oh geez, what happened there? Oh, because it's clearing console. I forgot we did that because it's clearing the console. That's kind of weird though. I don't like that, because then you just have all this blank space. I mean, well, I guess that's not terrible. Doesn't really matter. It's just kind of like in the middle of the screen. Or, I mean, I guess it wouldn't happen if you had your thing like this, yeah. I do know that attacking doesn't do a thing. This is still bad. Like, attacking literally doesn't do anything. Because this is turn 2. And look, we just selected enemy 2 twice, or for all 4 party members to attack, and its health is still completely fine. So clearly there's something to do. If I had to guess, it's with the methodology in which we're actually executing those. So we'll go ahead and work on that. What theme do I have? One Dark Pro. Okay. Yeah, One Dark Pro. One Dark Pro is the one I use. Atom Dark Pro or Atom One Dark, is that a different one? I don't know. I like One Dark. I used to use Night Owl. I used to use this one. This one's kind of nice. This one's kind of nice. But it just seems like kind of like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like it almost seems like kind of bleak. But I used to love this one. Cuz it's just got like such a nice style to it. More or less the same. Gotcha. This one's just darker. And you know, my emo self. I like darker things. Let's go back to what we were doing. Because this is almost like, it's almost kind of hard to see. If that makes sense. This is a little easier on the eyes. I kind of want to get down to what those bugs are. So what we might do instead is we might do away with that to-do list just for now. Have you ever tried bearded themes? Bearded theme, what is that? What's a bearded theme? I can safely say no, I haven't. I'd be down to try, or I'd be down to see one if you got a recommendation for one. Okay. Yeah, so let's open up. What do we need to do again? Yeah, so we need to, let me write a little like bug list or something really quick. One that'll just like display on stream. Also, let me know if the music's too loud. If it is, I can change it. Let's do bugs. That's the name of a theme or a number of themes. Okay, I'll look at that. Give me 1 second. Bugs. Not attacking, or like no damage dealt when attacking. Okay, and then print, like select enemy print. It's not even like an error. It's just like we need to fix how it prints. Fix print, something like that. Yeah, that's fine. Make that a little smaller. All right. A bearded theme. Let's see. What is that? Is that like automatically included? Here. Oh wow. Bearded? Oh yeah, this is quite the assortment of themes. Interesting. This is kind of sick though. These are some nice themes. I'll be honest. They're very like mellow. Check out bearded theme. Okay. Oh, this one? This one right here? It's kind of nice. That's pretty sick. Should we change the theme? What do you think? If I change the theme, it would be like It'd be something kind of like maybe like this. Or something maybe like this. I don't know, because like the contrast is also kind of a big deal for me. Bearded thing coffee. Okay. Oh jeez. What the Okay, we're done. I'm not gonna change it today, but I might. Someday. I use some VS Code or dark Neovim. Oh, you use like a Neovim kind of theme? That's pretty cool. I'm gonna look into those themes. I kind of want to look through all of them, but we're gonna focus on getting this bug fixed first. I also need to play my music because I'm not playing my music right now. Bet. Okay, so yeah, we can do the print bug first. That's pretty easy. And that's just a combat thing. So let's what branch are we in? Yeah, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that, I guess. Do you have any changes right now? I mean, if we do, we can just commit over. I don't care. Okay. So, create party's good. It's just whenever we select. Like, whenever we do the select. Which I thought that was here. It might be combat. Yeah, it's definitely in combat. Info, battle start, get valid targets, get player target. So this displays this displays the valid targets for the player. So all we really need to do is we just need to put a for loop, or sorry, not a for loop. We need to just put like an indel, just a line break at the very end of that, and we're good. So that should be a little bit more organized. Although no, that shouldn't matter. Yeah, we should be okay. So that should fix that. Let's just kind of make sure. Really quick before we move on, I just want to make sure that it's good. Good to go. A warrior B, and we're gonna do something regarding this console clear, which is good. It is nice. I guess I'm just not used to it or something. And I don't like how like it does this. Like if you're full screening it. So, okay, if we do attack, okay, yeah, perfect. So this is a lot better. So choose your target, enemy 1, enemy 2, enemy 3, enemy 4. Whatever. Which, by the way, well, I guess we don't name the enemies, so I guess they're just technically enemies. So we can just leave that for now. We can come back to that maybe later. But yeah, like if I attack, like let's say I have A, B, C, and D all attack enemy, what was it, 1? Then we can look on the next turn. This is D's turn. Yeah, on turn 2. If I do this, it just displays the max HP, like nothing was done, basically. So something is going on with that. So that's done. The print is done. We just need to now fix that, which I fear might take a little bit more time, but it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Let's think about how the battle system actually works. It's like the way that it works is here in the combat loop. Form action. Use skill. Form action. Process turn. Player party and enemy party. Perform action isn't even used. Where's perform action used? It's used here in process turn. Okay. So it is used. Gotcha. Perform action. So we're getting basically what happens is oh yeah, this is later. basically what's happening is we create a queue of actions to be done, basically. And, sorry. Yeah, we create an action, so a queue of actions, right? And basically what we do is we go through each party, or each player in the party, or yeah, each party member, and we get what move we want to use for each of those party members. We get all of that first, then we empty out we add it all to the queue, and then afterward we empty out the queue by doing those actions, right? So we do perform action, and then we pop that action at the very end. We do the exact same thing for the enemy. Right. You know, why are we checking can use like with the perform action? That would mess some things up. Using this implementation, that would not work very well. So really what we really ought to be doing is we need to get the skill, obviously, from get player skill, but in get player skill we probably need to do a check. We probably need to do the check here instead of in perform action. And doing it in perform action makes kind of no sense. Like with this implementation, it just makes no sense. So I think what we would do is we would just do another check here. Oh, we do a check. We do. Yeah, okay, so we don't even need to put it in perform action then. Right? Wait, what? Else, pick skill, can't use source. Is that just like printing that we can't use that skill? What? I'm so confused. Wait. Can use and can't use. Those are too similar. What do you use indef instead of pragma once? Well, what's funny is actually for some files I use that. For some files I use pragma once. Or, yeah. I think it's just because I don't know, like I know it's more common, more modern to use pragma once, but I guess I don't know. I guess I've just always used if in def, whatever, or at least like a good amount of time I've always kind of used that instead. So I don't know, I guess when I was making it I wasn't thinking about it, if that makes sense. So can't use just does this. Source get is magic. If true, then not enough mana. If false, then not enough stamina. Which, okay, we are outing it, so that does make sense. Okay. Okay, when did I write this? Because like, if I wrote this recently, I shouldn't be this confused. I'm assuming I wrote this a couple weeks ago, before we even started the virtual pet project. Because I'm a bit lost on it. I mean, that's not the issue. The issue, if I had to guess, the issue is something to do with the queue. So we need to do some like debugging, I guess. I'm gonna commit whatever changes we've made so far to the current branch, and then we're gonna add a different branch just solely for fixing this. And then go from there. I don't even know what I did. Fix printing issues. And then we can do yeah, get push origin fix new game loop. Okay, and then we'll just make a new branch, I think. We'll call it Finally actually got the stream early. What's up, Mr. Diamond? How are you? How are you? I still haven't had a chance to look at that PR, I'm not gonna lie. Last couple of days have been really busy. You know how it is. Well, I mean, Thanksgiving is here in the US right now, so a lot of family time and stuff like that, you know. But good to see you, though. Great to see you. Yeah, still pretty early. Only 20 minutes have gone by. Okay. We'll do... Well, it's a bug fix. Damage not dealt. No, that's too much. No damage. I'll just do that. No damage. Alright, perfect. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So let's get started on this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna see out some statistics. Also, I see somewhere from once, which is actually not supported by the C or C standard. Instead, it's widely supported on official extension. Yeah, I feel like when I first learned about like header files and all that kind of stuff, they always recommended doing it with the you know, if and def and all that kind of stuff. I never knew why. I think Microsoft started it. Oh, interesting. So I guess doing it in this way is probably better. Like just for, you know, I don't know if compatibility is the right word. Like you know, it being supported, I guess. You know what I mean? I've just always done it like this. So I've just never, you know, never really changed it. Oh shoot, sorry. So yeah, let's do some see outs. I think we'll just kind of see out certain stats about. As a matter of fact, so is the macro for compiler extensions. The macro? So like, so you mean like, hold on, wait, what is? Because I'm actually kind of curious about this now. Didn't know this, thanks. See, look, we got some helpful people in chat. We always do. I don't know why my chat is so knowledgeable. I love it though, because even I learn new stuff. This method uses standard preprocessor directives as part of the C standards. Yeah, so Pragma Once is not standard, but widely supported. Widely supported in modern compilers. It instructs the compiler to include the file only once during a single compilation, The compiler typically tracks the file path or other identifiers to ensure this. Huh. Interesting. I learn new stuff every day. Because of this chat, I learn probably more stuff than I do at school. So thank you guys. Yeah, so we're gonna see out some stuff. First off, before I do anything, let's check and make sure that the print turn, or not the print turn, but let's make sure that whenever we are actually printing the enemies, like the get valid enemies, get valid targets, whenever we're printing that, let's make sure that it's actually printing the correct thing. Okay, yeah, it is. Yeah, so get HP, get max HP, because what I was worried about is like it's printing get max HP for both. Coding for Space Invaders, I'm a debug later, might regret that choice, and I'm calling myself to add sound in the game. Python is king. Python is good. I do like Python. King though? I don't know about that. I don't know about king. I think the real king is JavaScript. JavaScript is my king. Okay, so it's not a print error, so we can kind of scratch that off the list. It's simply just due to how, you know what I think it is? I feel like use skill is not actually being processed or something. The queue seems to work just fine, but I think it's something to do with how perform action is actually being used. Where is perform action? This whole thing is just so terrible. So we decrease the resource first, then we do skill, use skill, source, target. So let's go to use skill. Did we? Why are we checking that again? We're doing all these weird checks. Oh wait, that's can use. I'm looking at the wrong one. Wait, did we not? What? Use skill. Okay, use skill is here. The virtual void. Okay, that's why I don't see it anywhere. Use skill. Okay, so I'm assuming it's something to do with maybe just flashbang myself. Maybe maybe this function here. If we're checking this again. Why are we checking can use all the time? It's so not needed, bro. Okay. So damage stat is magic. We do a ternary condition here. Source get magic, source get attack. So we're using. So we're checking if the source is magic, and therefore, what are we checking here? No, we're checking if the skill is magic. If it's magic, then we use the get. Then we use the magic statistic. If it's not magic, then we use the attack statistic. Okay, so that's, we did this for scalability, I remember now. And then let's see here. If target is defending, is this another ternary? And we set the target HP based on this function. Hello. Kalas? Kalas? Is that how you pronounce it? Welcome in. Hope you're doing good tonight. We're currently debugging why there is no damage when a battle happens. So we're currently working on that right now. Is it something to do with the formula? Like, is it something? It could be something to do with how this is formulated. Because I mean, let's think about it. Damage stat. So we're storing the damage stat. Is magic. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get the notepad really quick. Hold on. So let's think about it for a second, because let's say we run this, right? A1, B2, C3, D4. Okay, so now we have the party, right? So let's think about it. If A, if their attack statistic is 19. Let's just do some mental math here for a second. I just want to make sure that it's not a formula issue and that it's just the way that it's being implemented kind of issue. Because if it's the way that it's being implemented, that's a lot. It's not easier to fix, but if it's a formula issue, then that's an easier fix. Is kind of what I'm trying to say. I'm going from easiest to hardest, you know, in terms of what could be the issue. So damage stat, it gets damage stat based on this. So for a warrior, it would get attack, which by the way, let's make sure that actually is a thing. Or let's make sure that warrior actually does have that. I think it automatically constructs to that, right? Character. Wait, do we not construct that it is magic or? I mean, it automatically goes to default, I think, right? Yeah, it automatically goes to default. Yeah, but okay, but we're not initializing that it's not attack. So we would need to do is magic. And I think we could just do that because that sets it automatically to false, right? Or I guess we can't do. Let's just do it like this. Why not? Because it's not a magic, but I think it automatically defaults to that. So I don't even know why that would matter, but yeah, I think, I don't know. Let me go back to this. We're setting is magic to false for the warrior. So yeah, but then what about the other ones though? Is function got fired? What? Is function got fired? I'm a bit lost on what that means. Let me go back here. Yeah, so the damage stat would be 19. And then let's say we times that by 0.2. This is if they're defending. In which case, what does 0.2 make it? I mean, obviously it makes it a very little number, I think. Yeah, so 3.8 minus the get defense times 1.5. But they're not even, I don't even think they're defending. I mean, they could be defending, I guess. What if they are defending? If the target is defending, let's think about, hold on, wait. Yeah, let's think about this. Defense, right? An enemy's defense. Enemy's defense. I need to get like a, man, do you guys know of any like programs that allow me to have like a whiteboard on screen? Not MS Paint. We're not being pirate software. All right. But do you guys know like any like programs or something that I can like have like a whiteboard on stream? So that way we can like, we might want to look into that. Should I whip out MS Paint? I think I should. Ugh. You know, when I was a kid, this is a little side note, but when I was a kid, I made a full-on animation using MS Paint. Figma? We're not using Figma. I mean, nothing wrong with Figma. You know, one thing I hate about MS Paint is that it's so light. Let me bring it up. Ah, jeez. Because we need to do some math, bro. Paint would be fine. Yeah, let's just do paint. We'll just do paint. Give me 1 second, guys. Jeez. There we go. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll kind of make it like this. Kind of. I think if I do control, no, I can't do that. Yo, what's up, Maze? Mazen? How you doing? Good to see you again. We're trying to pull up MS Paint. That way I can, I need to, because I need to like kind of get a point across, right? Wait, let's see. What does that do? Okay, it makes it a little shorter. It's not too bad. All right, sure, that works. That works just fine. Just so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing, like calculation wise. All right, so let me kind of rewrite what I just wrote. So basically we have A, oh geez. Is there a better tool I can use for this? Let's use like a better brush. Yeah, it's better. What's on the menu today? Well, right now I'm working on debugging the actual damage, like damage not being dealt, and I was doing some like, I'm like working on like doing some calculating in regards to if the formula is an issue, and I wanted to like actually show it. Right, so A, let's think about A. Has their attack is 19. Can't make that larger. Right, okay. So their attack is 19, right? And then for the enemy, their defense is, what's their defense again? Let's see, we just saw it. It is, their defense is 7? No, their defense is 9. Their defense is 9? We're multiplying by that by 1.5 and then, wait, what? Oh wait, we're not timesing it by points. I forgot. Wait, points. Where do we get points from? That's just the general. Right, okay, yeah. I forgot about that. Wait a minute. So what points? Let's go to skill list. Basic attack has 10. You can use it because it's better than paint. Scalidraw? I think someone mentioned that in my last stream. Oh, it's like already ready for you and everything. It's nice. Nice. Wait, so I can do... Oh yeah, that's way better. Let's do that. Yeah, that's way better. Thank you. Sorry guys, I've never had to use this. Back to this again, I see. Haven't been here in a bit. Also, sick new haircut. Thank you, Dusk. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm taking a break from the virtual pet because I'm at the point where like I need to animate like the actual pixel art, and I suck at art, so that's, I think I'm just gonna dedicate that to like a couple of streams where I can just lock in and just make pixel art. So, but right now we're just right now we're trying to figure out how we want to do this. So A's attack is 19, right? That's a terrible 19. A's attack is 19, and we are basically, the formula that we're using is we're doing 19 times 0.2, which gives us 3.8, right? 3.8 is then multiplied by, what's the number? Even before then, I knew animation is annoying sometimes. Animation project in my multimedia class recently. Oh. See, I hate art, bro. Art is just not, I mean, you can see how terrible my art is right here, right? You know what I mean? So clearly, I'm not really that artistic. Yeah, 19, yeah. 19 times 0.2 is 3.8. Sorry, this is a decimal, 0.2. And 3.8 times, so it's times 10. That's the base. Oh geez. The base, which is 10, right? So basically, it should always, no matter what, have enough, right? Like, that shouldn't even happen, I don't think. And even with just the basic raw defense, like with it being what it is, because so what would happen is this is obviously, so this is 38 and it would be minus, because if we go back here, let me show you kind of what I'm going based on. I'm going based on this. If we go to this formula here, we get minus get defense times 1.5. 1.5 times 9. I think that's, I think it's, okay, it's 13.5. I'm not great at is this a damage formula supposedly? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a damage formula. And I'm trying to, because we're having issues, like we're having errors. So let's bring up, oh geez. So this is A, this is like a player, right? That looks awful. We're not gonna keep that there. Just A is a player, okay guys? But if we come over here to the enemy, their defense is by default 9. So the way that that's calculated is that if they're defending, then we subtract, let's see, is DEF, that would be 9 times 1.5, which would be 13.5. And therefore, if this were the case, it would be, hold on. Therefore, if this were the case, it would be, is defending. It would be 38 minus 13.5. What is that? Shouldn't the second set HP be an else? Wait, what? Be an else statement? Like this one? I mean, it doesn't. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Sorry, I wrote this a while ago, okay? Don't judge me on this right now. But thank you for that. Amazing. When I wrote this, I wasn't done with it. When I finished it up, I had something, so I was like, all right, that's good enough. Right? So, but thank you though for pointing that out to me. Yeah, so 38 minus 13.5, so we have 24.5. So that's how many hit points should be deducted from the enemy if they're defending. If they're not defending, then obviously it's what, 29? Because it just goes based on like, it just goes based on the simple defense stat. So no matter what, it should take off something, but it's not. You ever seen Unreal Dev's code? My God, I've heard about it. I haven't like done like a deep dive into it, but involving equations of any sort. Oh, I just noticed my face cam is. I just noticed my face cam is blocking a lot of this. Yeah, Desmos. Yeah. No, I mean I know. I've had to use Desmos for a couple of projects in class. Not projects in class, but like my math classes, for instance. So I'm aware of Desmos. It's good. Yo, what's good? What's good? Good to see you again. Rye, I'm not sure. Alex, not sure. Yeah, so the formula shouldn't be an issue. The formula shouldn't be an issue. Also, we're setting HP. No, that's. Wait, how are we setting HP? Wait, so you're telling me that... No, that's wrong. This is wrong. I mean, we're still not getting any, cook up an algorithm on OneNote for a text RPG project. I'll start. That's awesome. That's sick. Shouldn't you return after you set HP if couldn't? Oh, like in the if condition? You mean like return? I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a void function, so it's not really going to return anything, but I mean, I see what you mean. But one thing that I noticed just now is that we're setting the HP equal to, this would literally be, this would be 29. So we'd be setting the HP to 29. So this is actually just not true. We would need to do target minus that, right? So it'd be like target, sorry, get HP, and then minus basically this entire thing in parentheses. Sorry. Yeah. I think so. When did you change the else? Oh, I changed it earlier when I think it was you that pointed out it should be else, right? Or it should be an else statement. Someone pointed it out. I was working out when I started thinking about a shopkeeper. Obviously, I'll use a vector for its inventory, but how would you go about if you want to make the shopkeeper have random items appear? Oh, like add like some like random stuff to it. After player goes for X amount of battles, let's say. Oh, so you, okay, wait. So you're talking about like a shopkeeper that would change its items based on where the character is at in the story. I think Morrowind does that, doesn't it? Outer Scrolls Morrowind. Well, if you just want random items, then I guess, yeah, you could just use a random number. But if you want, like, this looks so wrong with all the getters and setters. Never really been a fan of those. Yeah, I mean, maybe, I don't know. This is just how I've always done stuff like this. Yeah, something like that. See, if you want progression, then I guess you would need to come up with some kind of formula that would select, that would select the certain items based on some kind of formula that goes based on where the character is at in the story, or like how many battles, or, you know, keeping track of how many battles or whatever. List the items, then user ran to access them, I guess. Yeah. Use. Okay. So this should be right now. This is still wrong because we still need to do target get HP and then subtract that by whatever number we get from this. Now this still probably won't work because something is going on. It's a bunch of elif and file statements together. Yeah, I've heard of Yandere. Yandere? I don't know. How do you say it? I've never played it. Okay, but I've heard that their code is pretty atrocious with a bunch of if and else statements. I mean, shit, I got if and else statements, but like, I've heard theirs is pretty excessive. Okay, so I feel like this should work. I mean, like, yeah, you would return. You know what I mean? I mean, you wouldn't need to, I guess, but you can. If I didn't have the else statement, then yeah, you'd need to return. But I mean, I don't think anything wrong, like anything here is wrong. The only way that it would be wrong is if this were true for the warrior, which it shouldn't be. Let's rerun it and see if anything does change. Although, actually, I do want to do like a see out to kind of see if any damage is taken or not taken. Just mostly just raw. I mean, yeah, no real libraries right now. We're not handling the get is defending case and return there. You can get rid of the else branch entirely, less code. You just mean like handling the get is defending case and return after that. Get rid of the else branch. Oh, so you mean like just get rid of this one entirely? Well, I mean, we would like, so you're saying we would do this, like for instance, you're saying to do return, and then as far as this goes, we just wouldn't do an else. It would just kind of be like this. Is that kind of what you're referring to? By the way, it's probably a good idea to put this down or something. Looks a little confusing, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, okay. We can do this. I mean, this is initially what I had. I just didn't have the return, so if it was defending, it would recalculate it based on this. Yeah, so let's check this, but I do want to check. I do want to do like a see out. Wait. Technically, won't they never be defending? Because the way that we have the combat loop set up, like, wait, how do we have the combat loop? Oh, wait. We might have to change how this loop works. Because we're doing the actions, and then we're getting the enemy moves and then performing their actions. But if they're just all defending, then they'll never be defending. So this would need to be refactored. But I think it wouldn't be too hard to refactor it, because I think all we would really need to do is we can still add it to the same queue if anything. We would just pop them. We would allow the player party to pick, and then we would allow the enemy party to pick. And then excuse me, and then invoke those actions. Do it everywhere, and if the if block gets too big, you can invert the statement and put a small case in there. It's called condition for edge cases. Makes code very readable. Interesting. An early out condition. I like learning new things. Oh, I just got like a bunch of retirement stuff. Return early pattern. Yeah, return this program technique or function. Condition is matched. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Actually, conditions. Oh, so that's like the name for it. Okay. Sci VS Code. Man, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. Let me guess, you use NeoVim. Oh. You use Vim, don't you? Alright, so yeah, basically we would need to refactor this. Most definitely. Yeah, I'm afraid the problem actually exists in here. Most certainly. It definitely exists in here. But let's just rerun it. I don't really. Just make sure everything does compile correctly and then see if anything does change. I doubt that it does, but you know, it doesn't hurt to check. Make sure everything is still correct on that. Okay. Yeah, so the enemy's HP is not even affected. Okay. You don't need the I and action Q empty block. Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess I don't. So I guess we would just do a while loop while action Q is not empty. Yeah, okay. Thank you for that. I don't know when I wrote this. Or why I wrote it like this. Thank you though. Yeah, because I did it for both, didn't I? Yeah. I don't know. When I wrote this, that was probably long. You just do a while. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I'm still a student, and sometimes I overlook easy solutions like that. So, but this is definitely what we need to do. Let's do a do some C outs, I think, just so we can kind of check and make sure that things are actually being subtracted or whatever. We'll go here really quick and we'll just do like a C out. We'll just see out the current HP of the target, I think. Yeah. We'll see out the current HP of the target. And just do that. These are just for debugging. They're not going to be... They're not permanent. On Windows I use just do it all the time because it's convenient and the nice debugging on Linux. This gives me a better text editor. What do the arrows mean? The arrows? Oh, like these arrows right here? Basically they're a... So these are pointers, basically. They're like references to an object or a pointer to reference, basically, yeah. And so if we want to use a method from, you know, these objects that are pointers, then we need to use the arrows instead of the instead of like using like the dot, like for instance. But I mean, usually on something like VS Code, if you simply do like this, it'll actually autocorrect for you, usually most of the time, right? No. Okay, well, I guess not, but sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, I guess. I don't know, but basically that's what it is. Okay. Are the for loops with the Q empty conditions even looping? I don't think they are. They may not be. That might be the issue, really, because clearly nothing is happening. That might be the issue, is that they're not even looping. Hold on, give me a second. Thanks guys for 6 likes, by the way, appreciate it. We would obviously need them for this, but I guess for this, maybe we're not doing that. Let me see, hold on, wait, let me... At the end of this, I want to do like a C out. And I just want to see, I just want to see the Q front, skill get name. I know this probably looks really horrific, but oh, because it's, wait, so it would be this then, I guess. I just want to see that out, see if it's even doing anything, because if the name is the first thing that I selected, then in that case it would add a to the condition. I do want to see though, really quick, hold on, because I think you're right. You're absolutely right, and I know that you're absolutely right. Yeah. I just want to make sure that that's actually it first before anything. Yeah, attack. Okay. Yeah, so it's still, yeah, so it's not even, yeah, so it's actually not looping. That's what's going on. All right. Well, at least we know now, right? At least we know now. All right, we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through this. All right, perfect. Now we know what it actually is, though, which is now it's very easy to fix. Very easy, I say. Yeah, so these shouldn't even be for loops. Let's I think this is correct because this is actually adding it. This is actually adding it to the queue as we saw that it did end up printing the actual action that we're trying to use. But in regards to this, hold on, wait. We'll do a while loop while action queue is not empty. I think we can do form action, you know, just kind of how we were doing it. If I can spell action, right, and then action queue dot front dot source, because we need to pass in. Oh, sorry. So we need to pass in everything from that. Can you get out of the way, please? Thanks. I think it's target next. Yeah, action queue. And I know I could just copy and paste this, but screw it. I feel like I haven't typed much today, so I'm trying to get my skills or my fingers activated. So we would perform the action, and then we would just do action queue.pop, which would then pop current action. I think that would have the loop, right? What am I listening to right now? But yeah, I think that should loop now. Because what we had obviously wasn't looping. I'm not sure as to why it wasn't looping. I mean, is it just because of this condition? Possibly so. Alright, so let's do kind of the same thing here. They're kind of the same thing. And obviously we would need to refactor it later. Yeah, I don't know why I did a for loop there. I think I was using a lot of for loops, so I was like, oh, I need to use a for loop. I need to use a for loop. Okay. Let's do a C out for each pop. Just want to check. Oh, I didn't put it in the... I just want to check that they're actually popping, or that the loop is actually running while we do it. If this is it, then we can clean everything else up in just a second. I need to see what exactly the issue is first, and then go from there. Okay. So ideally, okay, 240. Obviously, these are just, I guess, nothing values. Yeah, okay, now it's working. What the f... Wait, but how did enemy 2, 3, and 4 get damage? What happened there? Relearn your stuff about programming. You say you're a student. Yeah, I'm a college student. Although most of the stuff I learn about programming is just more so from either building stuff or work. For instance, I have a job in the tech field, or in tech. Like I'm like a part-time worker, obviously, because I'm still in school. But it's in the industry, I guess. So. It was there that I learned what a MRD and a PRD were. And I learned about Slack And I learned about Jira. All the corporate things. What the so what's happening here? Like, obviously, yes, enemy 1. Oh, you know what I think this is? I think this is the... I wonder if this is... Hold on, why don't we have messages? It took me 8 years in the industry to learn what is good code. Yeah, see, clearly I don't know what good code is yet, so please go easy on me, guys. I'm still, you know, still not amazing at this. Good luck, mate. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Alright, perfect. So we know that the loop is now looping as it should be. That's awesome. That's amazing. That's exactly what we need. Now, why are those guys losing health as well? That shouldn't even be a thing. Maybe it's something to do with... It's something to do with this? Let's do a C out. Hold on. We're doing a set 8. We're doing a get HP C out here, which is fine, but I don't know. I was asked to implement this kind of monster fight game in a recent interview. Use Python to implement it. Save you a lot of time. A monster fight game? It's pretty cool. You know what I've always wanted to do? I've always wanted to make like a zombies game. Like, because I used to play a lot of COD Zombies. I've always wanted to like make my own like map. And like make my own like, I don't know. Like one day, like hopefully maybe I can make like my own engine or something. That'd be fucking sick. That'd be sick. Thank you guys for 7 likes, by the way. Appreciate the support. Started using C++ a decade ago, and then used less and less features of that language. I'm close to C now. C. Do you do a lot of like embedded programming and stuff? Curious. I just know C++ is a pretty big standard for like game development. So I've tried to, you know, who the fuck disliked my video? How dare you? I'm kidding. I can see the stats. Alright, so we're getting, so I don't want to get the, we don't need to get the HP. We just need to get like, we need to do like maybe a console kind of message. The more I learn about C++, the more I use C. Personal projects. You're coding before Thanksgiving. You'll be better than most of us. What? I'm coding before Thanksgiving? What do you mean? Hey, happy Thanksgiving, by the way, guys. I don't know how many of you guys support it, or not support it, how many of you guys celebrate it, but happy Thanksgiving. I'm looking forward to tomorrow because I get to eat a very good meal for the first time in a while. So let's do like a source get name or something, and we can do like, oh, I mean none of my coworkers or I work today. Oh, gotcha. I worked today. I had to go in for work today. I think it's because, well, the reason I went in today, a lot of people at the office are not there. But the reason I went in today is because I'm still a part-time worker, and I also go to class. You know, so usually most weeks I can't work nearly as much as I'd like to, but because it's Thanksgiving break, you know, at my college, I get to kind of go in a little bit more. And so I'm kind of trying to utilize that, basically. We pretend to work. Another thing in my country, sorry. No worries. I don't even know, like, I mean, I know what Thanksgiving is. I know why we celebrate it, but low-key, like, I don't know if it's worth celebrating. like the whole history of it, you know what I mean? You know, America's whatever, I don't know. I fuck with the food, bro. I don't really care about the meaning behind it. Let's do get name, and then, you know what would be kind of cool for each attack would be like a message, like an attack or like a skill message, one that says like this person did this, you know, something like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. We might want to implement that. I mean, it looks great unless you wrote this stuff yourself. Oh, you're talking about C. Is that true? So the more you start writing C++, the more you'll start writing, or the more you'll start using C? I've only used it for one project, and that's, I made like a door sensor kind of thing. Yeah, I think that would be good. Let's do that actually. We're gonna make a message kind of thing for each skill, so that way we don't have to like have weird wording. Because like what, we're gonna say so-and-so used attack. Like, no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna be like so-and-so attacked this person. Just make another virtual void, I guess. Or like action message, something like that. And I know that we talked about virtual void functions yesterday, or not yesterday, on Monday. For this project, I'm just going to keep kind of running with what I got, and then if we want to refactor it, or if we want to kind of edit how all of this is working later, we can. I'm headed to bed. Night, fellas. See you later, Mason. Thank you for coming by and supporting. Have a good night. Have a good night, bro. When you keep running classes, but basically using like C structs anyways. Nice. That's better. No classes now. You use them like C structs. Interesting. Interesting. Void, damage HP. This is obviously a pretty easy function. Let me get this notebook out of the way that I was using earlier. Character pointer, source, character pointer target. Okay, and then we'll just do like a cout. Basically, that's like source, get name, and then we'll do like attacked. Just pretty simple. Nothing crazy. That's good. Because these will be like different, I'm assuming, for each one, so. For this one, we'll do kind of the same thing. Action message. Source. Target. And we'll do cout. And this one's pretty easy because we could just do like target, or not target. Well, I guess technically the source and the target is the same thing for this one. Right? Right? Well, this is a buff defense. Wait a minute, but some... Okay, wait. We'll just do like target, get name. Yeah, because then like damage HP is like, I'm not gonna worry about it for right now. We're more worried about the actual bug itself instead of, yeah, I'm not gonna worry about this for right now. Maybe later, so get name and then raised defense, I don't know, something like that. Why not? What am I listening to right now? Yeah, okay. So raise their defense. And then, yeah. So we'll just use these for now. We don't have to do anything crazy with it. So now what we can do is, well, I guess like here, for instance, we could just do action message, pass in the source and the target, kind of just go from there. And it would be the exact same for damage HP. Nice. So that's done. Don't have to worry about that. Now we just need to probably clean this up. And also, I still don't exactly understand as to why. Let's go through it again, but this time with these messages, maybe we can kind of see what each. Oh yeah, I guess we're not using that parameter. Let me fix that. Yeah, that's fine. Well then, if we don't need it, I mean, I know it's like a warning, it's not like a error, but still. Oh, let's just run this for right now. We can maybe fix it later. We have 2 mages. Guess I messed that one up. So only enemy 1 should technically be affected. Okay, let's see. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, that's what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. It's because the enemies can attack themselves. That's what's going on. So it's something to do with get valid targets. Because right here, enemy 4 attacked enemy 2. So that's clearly, you know. Yeah. So I'm assuming last time we went through that, that's essentially what happened is, okay. So that's, we can fix that pretty easily, I think. Let's go to get valid targets. Let's see here. So this is the enemy move. We're doing get enemy skill, get enemy target. So we need to fix get enemy target. Get valid targets. Source skill. Get valid targets. Wait. Valid targets clear, which is a vector that we created. I don't know where that vector is. Shouldn't they only get opposite party to the, yeah, they should. They should. That's kind of the error that I just ran into. It's something to do with how we're doing this. Right. I think it's because, yeah, because we have this. Because we have this, that's what's going on. Yeah. So what we need to do is we need to probably, or get valid targets, we need to probably pass in the source, the source's party, and the opposing party, because that'll change based on the function. Or based on, yeah. Because get player, or like, what is it? Get enemy target? Wait, get enemy target. this whole file so big. Get player target. Right. We're doing get valid targets. And then for get enemy target, we're doing get valid targets the exact same way. So therefore, it's still kind of the same thing. But I did my Calc 2 final. I guess pass with a B. Awesome. Nice. Good shit. Also new cut. Got the new cut. New cut. What you think? What you think? I just got tired of the long hair, so I was like, I'm just gonna cut it at this point. So I did. I like not waking up and my hair is just in my face, in my mouth, you know, everywhere. I've also been growing out a little bit of my facial hair. I know it's not a lot, but I don't know. I just haven't really been grooming myself, I guess. So yeah, we need to change the way that get valid targets works, which honestly, I think the way that I just talked about it should be a pretty simple fix. We just need to pass in character pointer source, but then we would also need to pass in, we can pass in the skill, but then we need to pass in the party, right? Excuse me. Enemy party, yeah. We would need to pass in party, source party, and then party opposing party. I don't know, something like that, right? I think that would work. Source party. Yeah, I think that would work. The character could also could know their own party. Could be useful in general. Like if the character, like you're saying, like if we had like a member that would point to the party, basically, like point to their own party, it could be useful. That's true. So instead of doing like player party get party, we would do source party get party, and then opposing party get party. Yeah, that, because that makes way more sense. So then as for here, we would just pass in player party, right? Because this is get player targets, and then we would do enemy party with this one. However, here in the get enemy target, we would pass in enemy party, and then player party. Yeah, and that should be good. I think that should work. You look like off-brand John Lennon with the long hair. Okay. John Lennon, bro. Brother. So now do I just look like John Lennon with short hair now? Yeah, a pointer to like point to the party itself would be kind of nice. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that would be kind of sick. We might add it later. Right now, I don't really see it solving our current issue at hand. I mean, it could, I guess. Like for instance, we could do like source. Wait a minute. We could do like, for instance, like what we just implemented now. We would instead do like source get party, right? Which source is a character pointer. So source get party, and then it would just return that party. But we would still need to pass in the opposing party, so I just say like, why not just pass in the source party and the opposing party in that instance, or in that case. You know what I mean? Like it almost seems, because I can't imagine needing it outside of this. I mean, it could be useful like later on. I just don't see where though, or how, other than this. I don't know. I mean, the player party is always the player party. Let's just test out this for right now. Let's go ahead and make it. Run it. A warrior. B, we need to get rid of that clear console thing. Because either we should kind of make it look better, or I don't know. So they're all going to be attacking enemy 1. So only enemy 1 should decrease in health. So attacked enemy 1, popped enemy 1, enemy 1, enemy 1. Attacked B, okay. Raise their defense, attack B. Okay, so they're no longer attacking their own party. So that's good. That's exactly what we want. Yeah, so only the enemy has been affected. We need to... Okay, perfect. They all raise their defense. So what happens if it goes down? Because they're at 37 right now. Negative 29. Okay, so we need to now implement... Alright, man, I'm going to go do my... program. Click on the game. Thank you. I appreciate it. Come back around sometime. I'll hop on stream after next midterm exam. Damn. Alright, well, I'll see you then. Best of luck on that. Alright, so clearly now we just need to... So the bug is fixed. That's awesome. It's a language of all time. It's a language. Wait, what? Where's this? Oh, okay, it's this one. No, it's not that one. My whole like stream setup is like all types of messed up. So now we need to handle death in the battle. So that's still, I guess, technically a bug that we haven't implemented yet. We need to handle death. We need to add more like details, print info, like, you know, during battle, like based on like who did this and then what was affected, like the HP went down by this much, or, you know, etc. Basically, yeah, we would need to do that. Okay. I think what we have is good though, at least. Progress. Progress. Nice. Thanks guys for 8 likes, by the way. You guys are awesome. We recently hit 500 subs, so I want to thank everyone for that as well. Appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Trying to get to 600 by the end of November, but probably not going to hit that milestone. But it's all good though. It's all good if we don't. We don't need to. I got 500. Okay, so now let's go ahead and handle the death, because I feel like that's a little bit more, you know. So in the combat loop, let's see kind of what we're doing, if we're doing anything for the death right now, and it's just not running. While player party is alive. So let's go to party really quick. Jeez, I need to close a lot of these. So when we do get is alive, it's basically checking if each get is alive. Yo, what's up, Black Hat? How are you? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Get is alive. So what are we doing to handle if it goes below 0? I mean, I feel like whenever we perform action, we need to... Do we have anything in place to... Like, for instance, whenever we're getting valid targets, do we have anything in place to check like, hey, this person is 0. Maybe what we need to do is we need to go through yeah, so I think maybe what we need to do is we need to go through valid targets and do a check. What are you making? I'm making a text-based RPG. It's kind of like an arena fighter. Yeah, check the title of the stream. Yeah, it's a text-based RPG, kind of like an arena fighter. You can do exclamation mark code if you want to look at the public repo for it. You can fork it, you can start, or whatever you want to do. And I often do accept pull requests if anyone does want to. I'm high as fuck. Hey, bro. You're in the right place then, bro. You're in the right place. We're just chilling, making trying to fix this. It's funny. So I think what we need to do is we need to go, yeah, so that would make the most sense. We can just do a for loop. And what we can do is we can just go through valid targets. Valid, as long as I is, I guess, less than valid targets. Get size, or what do we do there? Size, and then we do plus, obviously. And what we need to do is we just need to run a check. Speaking of pull requests, did you ever try colors working? I did not. When you came in, I kind of said that I hadn't gotten a chance yet because you know, Thanksgiving I had some family events and all that kind of stuff. Probably doing a pin test right now. That's sick. That's sick. Do you do like cybersecurity stuff? Please don't pin test me, bro. But yeah, I had a bunch of Thanksgiving stuff I've been doing the last couple of days, so I haven't really been able to look at it yet. But I think Friday I plan to stream, and I think before then I should have enough time to really kind of look into it and probably accept it and all that. So that'll be good. I still thank you very much for doing that. I'm going to merge it. Like, I just need to kind of look through it and get it, test it out. So for each character in valid targets, we need to check if their status is dead, which, by the way, do we have anything that changes that status? Like, just in the combat loop. I guess in the combat loop we would need to, wouldn't we? Or like perform action, maybe, actually. Like, we do use skill, right? And then I guess what we can do, well, maybe that might be something we can, excuse me, maybe that can be something that we do. Pardon me. Let's see here. Yeah, do you have a community? Community? No. I do not have a community. Like, you mean like a Discord server or something? No, but people have told me to make one. I just haven't made one, unless you're talking about something else. Check my fork of your project. I wrote it from scratch just to test some things out. Minimal. Okay, sick. I actually will check that out. I kind of want to see what you have, because you always come in here with like really good advanced ideas, and I'm actually kind of curious about that. Let me. I do want to actually look at that. Yeah, we've had quite a few people fork the project and kind of do their own thing. Dusk, shout out to Dusk. I don't know if they're still in here, but they helped a little bit with some bugs I was having early on. So yeah, I'm gonna check that out later for sure, because you always got good ideas. So let's do. I'm thinking honestly. Firstly, we need to do a check in skills. I think, like, for instance, in damage HP, like, what we need to do is we need to subtract this, but at the same time we need to probably do, like, you know, if target get HP is less than or equal to 0, or just we'll do less than 0, then simply just we'll do target set HP to 0. I think that's pretty valid. We'll just do that. Just a little check to make sure that the HP isn't like too much. It'd bring your YouTube up too. You think so? If I made a Discord community? Maybe so. Maybe so. I did not expect to get these many this many viewers and likes on a Wednesday night, so I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all. Good to see you guys here. See this amateur build a text-based RPG. I think I'm gonna look into the Discord server. I just don't have any like time. Like I know how to make a Discord server, but I haven't made one since like I was 17 probably. So things have probably definitely changed since then. I will make one eventually though. I think that'd be a lot of fun, pretty cool. Anyways, so let's do kind of just the same check, I guess. I don't know if I don't know if there's a better way to do this, but I think this is kind of just the most simple way to do it. So, what else do you use? I use Windows on here, but on my ThinkPad, the one that I use for school projects and all that, I use Linux. Next project will be a C++ Discord bot. Hell no, bro. I'm not building a Discord bot in C++, bro. You know, I actually have the most experience with backend development. Like with all categories of like programming or whatever, the most I have experience with is backend, because backend is like, you know, you're actually like making stuff happen, if that makes sense. Like you're actually like, I don't know. I'm not gonna go into detail. That's just what I know the most of. You need help making it. I don't mind making you one. Well, I appreciate it, Black Hat. I mean, I wouldn't want to put that on anyone's shoulders. Thank you. I do appreciate it. If you guys want to add my Discord, I can put it in chat. If you guys want to, you don't have to, obviously. But if you guys do want to, you can. Arch Linux. No, not Arch Linux. No, definitely not. I just use Ubuntu. I'm not. I'll learn Arch one day. Okay, one day I'll learn Arch, but that day is not anytime soon. Not while I'm working and, you know, Eddie bro, appreciate it, Black Hat. I'll add you back after stream. I appreciate you. Yeah, but I don't what was I saying? Yeah, I just don't have I mean, not that I don't have enough time on my hands. I just don't have the willpower yet to you know, get used to it. So I just use Ubuntu right now. It works pretty good. Works good for my ThinkPad. My little ThinkPad. Do we need to do any checks here? Probably so, right? Probably the same thing. We just need to do like, we need to make sure that, well, I guess defense can't go, it can't like go insanely high. Thank you for the follow, Junes. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hope you're doing good. Appreciate the support, you guys. We just reached 500 subs, so thank you to anyone who helped out with that milestone. Okay. Oh, you guys didn't even tell me that the music stopped. What the hell, bro? You guys didn't even tell me that the music stopped. Jeez. And if you guys want me to change the music, I always can, so just let me know. How long was the music not playing? I can't watch a stream without music. Okay, so all the checks should be there. So that'll handle that, but how do we handle... By the way, man, the music stopped. Shut the fuck up, bro. Too late. Too late. Oh, you're funny. Okay. So we need to add like some kind of check after every loop in the combat loop to make sure. Maybe we can do it like in process turn. Probably so. Process turn might actually be the one to do it in. So like at the end of all of this, we can... I mean, do we need to... Maybe what we can do is with the perform action. Maybe that's what we need to do. In perform action, we do like a check, like if target dot get HP is it shouldn't be less than 0, but just in case, we're just gonna add that. Then we'll do target set is alive to false. I think that should work just fine. Okay. Yeah, so get HP. Well, this is like a check. It's alive. Okay. So yeah, then we check it to false. Now, we will have skills that can revive later on, but we'll worry about that like in the actual skill itself, and implementing the actual skill itself instead of doing it here. So we don't need to worry about doing that here. So I think now we should I think now we should have kind of what we need for this to actually work. I don't think I'm missing anything. Because it shouldn't go below 0. And then, oh wait, well obviously we need to go back down here to get to the valid targets. Yeah. Valid targets, where's that at? Here it is, yeah. Yeah, so now we can implement this. So we would need to go through valid targets and do like a check. So valid targets, we can reference it, right? Get is alive. If that's equal to false, then we would simply need to, what is it again? Remove it. How do you remove it again? It's like jeez, I don't remember the last time I removed something out of a vector. Yeah, erase. That's what it was. Okay, yeah, erase. Yeah, because you have to do my vector dot begin and then like plus the index, or yeah, the value that you want to do. Right. Okay. I always forget how to do it because it's like weird. Erase. And it would be valid targets. Or wait, let me just make sure. Begin, yeah, so valid targets begin, and then plus that, I believe, right? Yeah. Okay. Wait, but how do we, can we just do, wait, hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I don't know why I stored this as vector. Can we do plus I? Is that how that works? Like if we did valid targets, begin plus I. Is that how that works? I think so. I don't know, things are weird. For AI, it might be a good idea to look into fuzzy logic in order to rank potential moves. Oh, you mean like instead of it just being random? Is that kind of what you're talking about? Because right now we just have a random number generated and that selects the move. But I added a to-do here and I said make more sophisticated. So that's do you enjoy Rust language? I actually haven't used Rust. Rust? Yeah, okay. I enjoy C++. Obviously. I think this works. Let me make sure this actually is how it does work before I move forward. Kind of came out of left field with that, but I thought I'd bring it up before I forget. No. Thank you. I appreciate it. I added a to-do because I'm definitely aware that it would need to, you know, it definitely needs to be more sophisticated, basically. Okay, it looks like we actually kind of messed up the for loop. Do you understand why the erase function takes a iterator? It's because we're trying to... But I think it's because... Wait, the for loop that I did... What? Yeah, so apparently I did this part wrong. This should be right. Why am I so lost? I don't think I've erased anything from a vector this whole project yet. Yeah, so I think this is wrong. We would need to... Or it's suggesting to iterate backwards. It's suggesting to set I to the valid target size -1. And then basically iterating backwards until I finally equals... or until I is more than or equal to 0. So this wouldn't work, I guess, in that sense. I guess, wait. Because it's like, wait. But is that it, though? I'm supposed I did start with C on CS50 some years ago and then started to use NIM language. Where I studied Rust. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Cool. Rust is pretty low level, isn't it? It's like a low level. Oh, it's designed to... It's kind of like a blend. Oh, it's good for systems programming. What do you, if you don't mind me asking, like, what do you do? Like, with Rust, I guess. Yeah, it looks like it has the capability to kind of do a multitude of different things. That's pretty cool. I've never really touched Rust all that much, I'll be honest. I haven't touched Rust at all. So this is saying get valid targets size -1. But is that really how that would work? And that would be iterating backwards. I'm just playing with Arduino, hobby. Oh, that's nice. I have a Arduino somewhere. Here's my ESP32. I don't know if you've ever played around with these. These are amazing. You can get like 3 of these things for like... Hold on. You can get like 3 of these things for like 15 bucks. And they're amazing. They have a really nice chip too. I use it for my door sensor project. But if you like embedded programming, or you know, stuff like that, then that's definitely nice. ESP32 with platform I/O, that's my shit, basically. I haven't done a lot of embedded programming though. It's not really my hobby, I guess. I did it more so for work. Or not for work, but like to prepare for the job I was currently taking on at the time. So, which they're pretty embedded programming heavy, so. Although I use C though. I've only ever used C for that kind of stuff. So. Okay, I guess this works. So this should remove if get alive is false. So therefore it would remove it from valid targets. Should I use that? Let me try that. After I type this in, let me kind of look through it so I can kind of understand it. So auto, now let's try to begin. So, okay, that just steps through it then, I guess. Do IT. And so that should work? Wait, why is that not working? Wait, is there a reason it's not? Huh? Is there a reason the iterator's not being processed? Also, all of my code just went ballistic. What the fuck just happened? Every cout function just went crazy. Is a pointer to the element, roughly speaking. You don't need the array access. Oh. So it's a pointer. So okay, so you're saying that basically, right? It's a pointer to the element, so it's like, okay, wait. But like, does that like, I understand it's not like an iteration, but it's like, we need to access what is at this specific index. Unless you mean, hold on, wait, I'm looking at, oh no, wait, it would be like, no, I got it. Like that, I think. Encapsulates the iteration. So, what is this? You got an extra closing curly brace. Yes, it would be. Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you for that. Wait, why do I have an extra? It shouldn't be like that. This should be this one. Oh, but this is this. That's why. Okay, yeah, so that would be that. That's what's going on. Thank you for that. And yes, it would be IT. It would also be in the for loop. Oh, wait, hold on, wait. It's... I just noticed. Is it because I did this? Don't tell me it's that simple. Yeah, it is that simple. Okay. So technically I can do this then, I guess, right? Or it would be like this or no? I guess it would be what I had. So basically if get alive is false, then it would do... We can just do erase at IT in that case? Is that how that would work? But then don't we need to still iterate? Because we would still need to iterate through it, right? Or does it automatically do that? You know what I'm talking about? You need to increase the... Okay. Alright, you're good. So then I'd have to do... Yeah, so then I'd have to do... just this, I guess. And this is right too, right? You have to set it equal to this, I think. Because that's how you would actually change it. I'm trying to make sure I'm not messing it up. That's all. Yeah, so this should remove any target that is not alive. I think. Let me make sure this is right. Hold on. Before we move forward. Oh, okay, wait. It's saying that there's an issue. We would need to do this. Or an else statement. I think this should be right, because it's saying that, like, if we restate the iterator with the if statement, this would technically, I guess, iterate it, but this one, like, if this isn't true, it would still iterate over it, or, you know, go through it, or, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Alright, yeah, I'll have to test it, but I think that should work. So the get valid target should be good. Let me go through the combat loop really quick, and what we're gonna do is we're going to print for every single turn. We're going to print yeah, we're gonna print valid targets, I guess. Or yeah, let's go here. Where do we run get valid targets? I thought we ran it here. Oh, I guess we run it here, don't we? We do, yeah. Let's do a C out. That no, but that's weird though. I mean, if it works, I think we'll know if it works or not. So we're gonna basically deplete enemy 1's health until they're dead. Because then, okay, cool. Yeah, so that's perfect. That's good. So it works. So now it doesn't print enemy 1 because enemy 1 is dead, basically. So that actually does work. Now let's make sure that enemy 2 is actually targeted here. Okay. All right, perfect. Yeah, I did do that. I did. Here, let me show you. I did this. Okay, cool if it works. Yeah, looks like it works. Nice. Nice. Good stuff. Thanks guys for your help. Making good progress. Now, I still want to handle some of the death features. Like, for instance, whenever they actually do die, we need to probably have something that like for instance, says that they die. Target, get name, it's fallen. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Check if dead. Okay, cool. And then as far as the perform actions, I do kind of want to see, like for the use skill, for instance, or wait, no, we can go back to the combat loop. And what we can do is we can just do skill, the action message, which is just source and target again. Right. Yeah, that's good. And then, in regards to use skill, because I kind of want to do like a message that shows like how many points something increased or decreased. So maybe for use skill, honestly, why don't we put action message in use skill? I have a race phobia now because of COD Forces problems. COD Forces? What is that? Let's see. I'm trying to think. We might want to do... We might want to make action message a little bit more simple, if that makes sense. Like, when we do use skill, we can do... Yeah. I think that would be good. Excuse me. Instead of doing use... Like, instead of doing an action message... Instead, let's just do in use skill. We just kind of... Wait, action message is in use skill. Wait, so we don't need to... Okay, so we don't need to recall it. But then again, at the same time, I would like to use like the value from this, right? To also be in the action message. We don't need an action message, bro. Yeah, we don't need this. Let's just, because it's going to be kind of simple. So let's do this action message. Damn, this is a nice song. Okay. Oh, geez. The whole thing is just done for. No, all we're going to do is we're going to kind of refactor how this kind of works. Which should be pretty easy. What we need to do is we need to get these values here. We need to get these values as some kind of number and then do code forces. Gotcha. What if I erase the TLE and TLE? Code forces. I was like, COD forces. I was playing Call of Duty, really? Is code forces... It's like another form of leak code, isn't it? Yeah. I've never used code forces. Take another platform. I like how couldn't even be bothered planning these things out before. You're just flowing with whatever happens. That's the fun of it, man. That's the fun of it. You know, I did actually make a document for this project at the very start, but I've kind of just abandoned it at this point. We're kind of just adding stuff at this point, bro. We're not even... We're just seeing what happens. I do enough of that. Well, I don't do enough of it. I don't do a ton of it, but, you know, we're going to save that kind of stuff for, like, my job or, like, in a more professional setting. I think in future projects, we should probably document stuff a little bit better and, like, have a good reinforced way of going about things, but we're just kind of making stuff right now. You know, that's the joy of it. That's the joy of it. That's the joy of art. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't plan art, it just happens. Not to say that my code is art, it definitely isn't. But, you know. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do float stat, and we're gonna do a damage points. And what we're gonna do, is defending. We're gonna do this. DMG points will equal this value, basically. Right. And then we'll set HP. So then it'll be like target set HP to target get HP minus DMG points. Oh shit. And then we can run this how this needs. Yeah, this is actually a little bit cleaner too, actually. Yeah, I can likely code, but the problems are more serious. Interesting. We, as People says, the plus of C is for extra pain, but we enjoy pain. See, I don't even use LeetCode all that much. I mean, I've used it a couple times, obviously, but I don't know. I probably need to use more of it, if I'm being honest, like, especially as my degree is starting to wrap up and all that. I probably need to start using it more, you know. You know, for technical interviews and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you know, thankfully, the internship that I've gotten and the job I have now, I never had to do like a technical interview. They just kind of asked me about like, you know, what do you like to do? What projects have you done? That kind of stuff. So, you know, these companies where you write the document after you write the whole project just for the customer happy. So he knows what he pays for, that kind of vibe. So ridiculous. Companies actually do that? Jeez. That way the customer's happy. That's interesting. There's some times where the customer provides the documentation, or like the MRD, I think it's called, and then the actual development side provides the PRD. Usually, most clients or whatever expect that kind of exchange. All right, so this is, I think, the best way to do this. So we'll kind of do the same thing here. DMG point. Oh shit! I probably shouldn't have. DMG points. So equal to this. And then we'll do target set HP the same way. In fact, we can just do. Wait. Why don't we just do? Yeah, there's no reason to do that actually. Yeah. Okay. Hold on, wait. Yeah, there's no reason to do this. But then again, like, yeah, okay. Because we would just need to do get is defending to get the correct damage points. So I feel like we need to do an else statement in that case. If we did that. Right? Like, technically. So we do something kind of like this. What just fucking happened? So we do this, and we do else this, basically. And then we would do this. I think is right. Sometimes programmers do this. Do it this way because they hate writing documents. Of course, officially it's properly done. Yeah, of course. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, documentation is not fun. I had to take a technical writing class one semester. That was ass. I ain't gonna lie. It sucked. Thanks guys for 12 likes, by the way. Appreciate the support this stream. On a Wednesday, I did not expect many people to come by on a Wednesday. So I appreciate the support, guys. Yeah, I feel like this is the best way to go about this. What if that? I wonder if no, I don't want to do that actually. I was thinking about doing like a what's it called, like a ternary condition for this, but like I would just be making it more complicated just to be cool. Or not more complicated, but you know. Okay. So yeah, we would do this, and then we would see out what we need to do. So we would do like, excuse me. See out target, get name, lost, EMG points, HP. I think that's pretty good, yeah. Seems decent. Seems decent. Yo, I'm back. What's up, Black Hat? Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, I think that's good. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it needs to be too complex, honestly. Yeah, so let's just do the same thing now for this. We should be good to go. Each points. Right, yeah. I was gonna do the ternary for that. Do you think that's better, Mr. Diamond? Do you think I should do that, or do you think what I have is decent? You doing good? Doing good. I'm trying to decide how I want to write this. Do you think I should do that, Mr. Diamond? Because I guess that would be I guess more simple, but it seems like, I mean, I guess I want to be too complex. Let's see what it would look like. Hold on. Because we would simply just do damage points equals, and then we would pass in the condition of basically target. It is defender. It's defending. And we would do, if true, then that means we would set it equal to this. But otherwise, set it equal to this. I think that's pretty decent. Just one long line of code. Either or works, yeah. I think either, yeah. Definitely do. Wait, what did you write? Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say. Wait, you wrote. What's this song? I don't know. I use a. I use like a non-copyright house thing. So defending multiplies by 1, not defending multiplies by 1.5. Let me check. Hold on, wait. Yeah, okay. So so what you do is you do okay, I see what you mean. I see what you're talking about. We can do it that way. No, that's good. It's a ternary condition, like it's basically like an if statement. Hold on, let me their music not quiet. What's the song even sound like? I'm not even listening to I'm not even listening to that music right now. I'm listening to my music. That's not bad. That's pretty sick. Here, let me send you guys the link really quick. Anyways, add me back on Discord when you're done. Yeah, of course. Sounds good, Black Hat. Have a good rest of your night. Appreciate the support, bro. Alright, so let me figure out how I want to go about this. So what you wrote, would that work? Let me see. Damage, wait, what did we time it by? Damage stat. Damage points is undefined? What are you talking about? It's right here. It must be just because of this. What? Sorry, I started learning code this week. I'm trying to understand. No, no, you're good, you're good. You're good. Probably longer than your relationships, brother. Alright, so I'm assuming this is kind of I see what you're doing, but why is this not working? I don't understand this. What? Is there a reason damage points isn't able to be... Okay. I don't know what that was about, but yeah, that works. That works. I think that's exactly how we kind of write it. Let me just make sure, just to be 100%. That's how we write it for both. Yeah, because it's either the same or it's... Also, I think these are backwards, yeah. But yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's good. I appreciate the code, Mr. Diamond. I'll make sure to credit you in the repo. Yeah, that's good. That makes it look a lot more simple. That's good. Okay, so then we do set HP, which is target get HP minus the damage points. Get HP, set HP 0, yeah. And then lost that much HP. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect, actually. Yeah, mostly learning for fun, for sure. That's the way to learn it. Honestly, that's the way to learn it. It's good to learn for fun. Yeah, that's true. It's good to have a good goal. Like for me, when I started, I wanted to learn web development. So that's kind of what I was doing at the time. But now it's more like I kind of want to, I mean, now that I've had a couple of years doing it, I kind of just want to make cool stuff at this point, including maybe some games someday. Do you have anything that like interests you, like specifically, Junes? Like, you know, like have you always maybe like wanted to make like your own game? Or like you've always wanted to like remake Jarvis from Iron Man? Make like your own Jarvis? Or I don't know, anything that like just sounds cool to like have or make. Because coding can be really creative too. So if you're a creative person, it's really nice as well. Okay, now we need to do it like this. Which also we did wait, what did we do here? Do I need to do, I guess, the same? Yeah, I mean, I guess I would need to, wouldn't I? I also just noticed we're still using this, which is stupid. Let's create a float again. Not damage points, but like... I guess game would be pretty fun. Kind of like what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Something like this would be pretty sick. I used to... For me... Does anyone here know about RPG Maker? Anyone know about that? Because I used to do a lot of stuff on there. Because, I don't know, for some reason I've just always liked creating my own thing. And so that's kind of what my what my motivation was behind this. She's sick. Never used it though. No, it's, dude, I love RPG Maker. See a lot of games run on that engine. Yeah, yeah, a lot of games actually do run on or like not a lot, but you know, you can actually make and run a game on RPG Maker. It's basically like a game engine that essentially allows you not to do any sort of like real coding. And you can like make an RPG from it. And it's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. I probably have like over 100 hours doing that, so RPG Maker is pretty sick. So, but yeah, you definitely should probably start small. Unless you're me and then you just want to wing a project and just kind of see where you end up. So then we would do target, set defense. Wait, what? What's the set defense? Is it set? No way, it's set defense stat. Oh, I guess it is. Okay. So then we could just set that to stat points, which would be the get defense plus the points of get level and then all that. Points times that. I've seen programming done in databases. Huh? So defense, and then we would do the C out, like target, get name. Try to forget about ever making a big title alone. You need a team, senior dev. Make something like Solbyte and build, don't overscore. Yeah, for sure. As in each column is a part of an expression, each row is a line. What? So like, not database in the usual. I got you. Okay, I see. I kind of see what you're putting down. Has anyone is anyone proficient in still a database? Is anyone proficient in what's it called? Excel? Like, you know, like the like commands that you can do and stuff. Is anyone proficient in that? Because that's impressive. I've seen some people do some impressive like things just because they know how to do it. By stat points. Some people are so cracked at Excel, it's insane. It actually is, bro. It actually is. Like, honestly, mad respect. Mad respect, bro. I had to take like one business class. Like one like Excel business class. Dude. Like you really like you think spreadsheets are so simple? Dude, you have no idea. You have no idea how much can really go into that shit, bro. Like, dude, the formulas and everything else, bro, it's like crazy. But I mean, it's insane. That'd be confusing as having everything stored in a giant database. Scripting data. But Excel is pretty insane. One thing you can do is like, for instance, like June's, one thing that you can do is like this project started very, very simple. It started incredibly simple. And I've just been kind of adding on to it. So you could do something that's like incredibly simple and then expand onto it later on. That might be something that that you could do, or you could just do like super small projects at first, but this started as a very simple and small project. If you go back to my first stream, when I first made this project, you can do something like that. If you don't experience, yeah, later you get to feel for how long stuff takes. It's possible to write something in the scope of small Minecraft clone or something, but graphics in general. Graphics. Graphics. I look forward to when I start diving into that, which honestly should be soon, because I kind of want to look into it, which I know is a nightmare, but still. Okay, so see out, get name, defense raised by stat points. Defense was raised. Defense is raised. Solbyte's defense raised by, was raised by. Oh boy, graphics. Everyone loves graphics. All right, I think that works. So use skill should now handle the action message, so we don't need to worry about that. Excuse me. Mr. Diamond, I'll come to you whenever I need to start looking at right away. Steep on care, but it pays. And it's for the future. That's what I was going to do. Vulcan? I've heard it's incredibly advanced. Like, it's kind of hard, but that is what I've, like, from people in chat even have mentioned that that's actually kind of the route to go. So I'll probably end up going in that route, which if I need help, I'll come to you guys, including you, Mr. Diamond. I'm definitely going to need help whenever it happens. Okay, I will try. Best of luck, Junes. Just have fun, above all. It's a steep learning curve, but it's incredibly rewarding. Career-wise, creatively wise. Like, I got into programming because I know that I'm creative, but I also care a lot about my career. And this was like the perfect kind of thing that checked both of them. So, octahedral encoding, the normals, tangents, by tangents to a couple of bytes. I don't even understand. I don't even understand, bro. Thank you guys for 13 likes, by the way. Appreciate it. Okay, so that should be good to go now. Let's test it. Wait, but we're still doing... No, we shouldn't be doing that anymore, I don't think. All right, no errors, nice. A, B, C, E, nice. Okay, everything looks correct there. I'm going to start the fight. We're gonna have everyone gang up on enemy 1, just so we can see the results of that. Okay. Enemy 1 lost 1.5 HP. Enemy 1 lost 1.5 HP. What? Wait, something's going on with that. I think that's because, yeah, that's not correct. I think it's because it's the ternary operator, or the ternary conditions doing something weird. That's gotta be what it is. This is returning 1.5 or 1 point. I'll come back with the mini project finish. Probably would be after finals though. Yeah. Good old final season. Best of luck to you on that. We're all gonna need it. So I think what we need to do is we need to do this, I guess. Target get is defending. And then we would do the ternary. So then we would do... Yes, then we would do the ternary. And we'd run this. And we'll do... If it's true, we'll do 1.5, obviously. 1.5, and then... This would be if false. Just kind of one long line, but I think that should work. That should fix the issue. One, B2, C3, D4, fight, all of which attack enemy 1. Okay, so yeah, enemy 1 lost 29 HP, enemy 1 lost 15 HP, enemy 1 lost 23 HP, enemy 1 lost 9 HP. Why did D lose HP? Oh, because, yeah. Okay, cool. Nice. All right, bet. Never leave a bit of the optimization and we implemented your own textures compressor and decompressor for textures that runs on the GPU and such. I'm so lost. What are we talking about? Nah, I can't wait to get into graphics. I'm gonna love life. Right, guys? Also, I'll add you back, Junes, on Discord really quick. Yeah. Cool. All right, let's continue. So what are we missing? Okay, we still have the popped C out. I kind of want to go and get rid of that. Making a lot of good progress. I'm so glad to have this fixed because I was really like worried about this. It will replace your love life permanently. Yay, can't wait. This is still kind of messy up here too, by the way. You'll be hitting every inch of your existence until you see something on the screen. Everything will be heaven from there on. I don't know, dude. We'll see. I'll get into it eventually. And when I do, that'll be a sight. That'll be a sight to see. Jeez, bro. I've always thought graphics would be kind of, you know. Sounds like a nightmare. Why C++? Why not? Why not C++? I like C++, man. I mean, no real super big reason. I guess I just wanted to, I guess. I don't know. That is true. C++ is also a very common language with game development. Why triangles turn into spaghetti, or your pixels turning into consuming void. What the hell? That does not sound fun, bro. That does not sound fun. That sounds terrible. Sounds awful. Yeah. It shows up at all. Just struggling with the camera. We still do need to implement this, but I'm not going to worry about that for right now. And we would need to do it for each one. Yeah, okay, that's why that's why I added that to do. Oh, nice. Yeah, I have no clue what the difference are. Just curious. Nice. What's your language of choice, user? 3620. Curious. Rust. Let's get rid of these C outs here. We don't need them anymore. So I think next would be to implement the actual resetting of the also what I do want to add too, now that I think about it, is I want to add like an option right here that we can see the statistics of both the player's party and the enemy party, just so that way you can kind of see that information whenever you want. Yeah, that'd be good. Okay. So lost 29, 15, 23, 9. Defense was raised by 11. So he lost this much, B lost that much. Damn, enemies are actually powerful. What the fuck? Let's see what the hit points become after this. Yeah, because 26.5, 12.5, 20.5, 6.5, because they are indeed defending. Okay. I shouldn't have said anything. I know nothing about coding, but it's interesting and fun to watch. Oh, I got you. I got you. Like a damage dealt type thing. You mean like, oh, no. Like, I was gonna add like an option. I was gonna like add an option basically where the player could, like, whenever we're choosing whether we want to attack or defend, I want like an option also to be like, you know, see the player party, or like see the enemy party. That way you can like see, okay, how much health does this person have? How much health does that person have? Which, I mean, we could always, I mean, whenever we do the clear console, we could always just print this, but that seems excessive. Like, I don't know. It seems kind of excessive. What do you guys think? You think that's too much? Because what we could do is we could do clear console, and then every single time that we are prompted to select something, we print all of this basically, just so that way they can see it. Or we can leave it as an option, like, okay, you can print you can print the information at will. I don't know. We could have it always print, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know, gang. Oh, nobody wants to see everything. The user might clear for the full data, not automatic. Yeah, I think so. I think options better. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do it like that. Let's go ahead and implement it then. Because, yeah, I mean, that would be too much information just all the time, every single turn. So let's, we'll worry about this next. But, show us but give options. Okay, cool. We'll do that then. We'll add an option. It's kind of interesting how we would do this though, because I guess we could do it here. Get player skill. But then again, get player skill is like kind of get player skill. Maybe we could do like, ooh, what if we did, because a lot of excuse me, why is my webcam all blurry? What we could do actually is we could do, I don't know, this might be too complex. What we could do is we could do like a menu where it's like fight items, you know, if we want to add items later on, or like run, you know, because like a lot of the times you can do run, but then again, this is like an arena fighter, so it's kind of like you wouldn't need to run, but we could, I don't know, like I'm thinking like a menu, and then when you select fight, then we have the menu for selecting what skill you want to do. Basically, we would need to refactor some of this stuff, because like this is all kind of going into menu design at this point. Designing like a menu. You like it? I think that would be a good idea, but we're definitely gonna need to refactor some stuff, which is fine. I mean, that was inevitable anyways. Let's let me change my to-do really quick before I forget anything. That way we kind of have everything here. So handle death is done. Sounds like state machines for the presentation. Right, like, I mean, I don't know actually. We could do, like the battle menu, just untangle all the spaghetti. Yeah, essentially, battle menu, not just select skill. And then what else was it? Battle menu, not just select skill. And then what did I just say? Battle menu. My brain just went blank, completely blank. Oh right. So we would add like the battle menu, and then we do like a friend information option. If I could spell option. And if I could spell information. There we go. All right, cool. So this would just kind of make it a little bit more organized. So we would need to refactor this. And then I think after that, we need to do another to-do, which is like resetting the state, like reset state / stat changes after certain interval, like of moves. Like for instance, like whenever they select the defend skill, they're going to be defending for like one move, but then it needs to be reset. Right now it's not reset. They're just always defending. And not only that, they can select, basically they can stack defending. So it's like, we don't need that, or that would lead to consequences, basically is what I'm trying to say. So we'll do that. Yeah, so as far as get player's skill, okay, so we would need to, maybe what we would need to do is I don't know. I guess we would need to just add like an extra option at the very end, kind of like, you know, go back or something like that is kind of what I'm thinking. So that way they're not like forced to select something whenever they like maybe like don't want to do it. I don't know. Not sure about that. I need to text some people back. Hold on, guys. Bro. Hope everyone's doing good though. While I'm responding to some text, hope everyone's doing good. You know, let me know if you had a good day or a bad day. I don't know. Let me know if you're ready for Thanksgiving tomorrow, or if you even celebrate it. You may not celebrate it. So I guess we would have to do something like no Thanksgiving here. I'm the stupid American. Wonder where everyone is from IRL. Machines are not a question. They're a guarantee. State machines, when you guys say that, what do you guys mean? Hold on. A state machine is basically a thing that can be in different states. There are various actions that can cause it to change states. Is that like guaranteed for menus as well? It's a model that can only be in one of an infinite number of states at a time. Let me do game dev or something. Maybe that'll bring up something different as well. So many state machines. I'm assuming it's essentially just like something can only be one state, or like you would have to implement a model that would can only be one state at a time. In game code, they let you reason about a small part of your game in isolation. What the hell? Dude, why is my Reddit in fucking... Reddit is in light mode. I've never really dealt with state machines. Game state in general, you have a state like menu where all the selection happens and all actions are linked. Oh, okay. In your case, combat could be a state. Okay, I see what you mean. Want to animate something, state machine. Flow of menus, state machine. Different states of players like jumping in air, running, also a state machine. Okay, I see. I see what you mean. Okay, yeah. No, I see what you mean. Yeah, because in my virtual pet project, the virtual pet is always in a certain state, right? It's always like has like a certain mood or a certain like animation or whatever. Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense. A little single could also be a state machine. That's interesting. Let's see. Targets. So what I'm thinking of doing is literally making a more fleshed out menu system, like one that is more like, you know what I mean? They're everywhere in many forms of varying complexity. I'm thinking about making like a more fleshed out menu system now that I think about it. Like obviously we would reuse a lot of the code that we see here, but like, you know, I don't know exactly how that would work though. Or how I would make that work, I guess. What I was thinking of doing is wrapping basically this code in a function that's literally like just like a battle menu function, and it handles all of the menu functionality that would be needed for the actual menu in the battle. Something kind of like that, I think, honestly. Would make sense. Although I don't know if that's needed, I guess. I'm not sure. It might be smart though, honestly. The thing about that is that you can even link a backwards transition, such as you land in a previous state again. Right, like a go back option kind of thing is what you mean? Like we can go from the fight menu and go back to the main menu, and then go to like the print info menu, and then go back to the main menu or something like that, essentially. You know, a new menu system might actually be the best thing. Yeah, we might want to go down that direction, honestly. Although I don't really have a good idea as far as like how that would even look yet. We might save that till Friday, if I'm being honest. Yeah, maybe so. Let me commit these changes really quick. Thanks guys for 15 likes, by the way. I appreciate you guys. Pretty good stream. Pretty good stream. Not gonna lie. For a Wednesday night, I did not expect a stream like this. But what of the colors? Oh, like the text colors? Hold on. Hold on. Let me commit the changes really quick here. And then let me we can probably go ahead and just pull that, or go ahead and merge it. Told him I have something in stock on my fork. It's not so hard. Do you guys want me to review that now? I mean, I can. I mean, I can look at them now. We can talk about those. I mean, I guess I've kind of done everything that I set out for myself tonight. One thing we can do is we can go ahead and merge the pull request. And I don't know, play around with it or something. It was fun stream. Glad to show up on YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm not the most professional, but just having fun though. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day. It's all about having fun. Unless you're doing graphics, apparently. In which case, no, it's not. Everything should be good to go. Fixed. What's this branch called again? Okay, so we basically fixed no damage, or damage now works, something like that. What we're gonna do is we're just do push origin bug fix, and it was called what again? No damage, I think. There's code if you want to use it. It's just a fork. Yeah. I opened up your fork. We can look at it really quick to kind of see what you did. Let me pull my own code really quick, because I think honestly we fixed the bug, the no damage bug. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and compare and pull that one. And then we can look at, we can go ahead and pull, or sorry, we can go ahead and merge. I'm supposed to see out everything. No graphics for a while. You'll get there. You'll get there. I'll get there too. Eventually. Sorry, guys. Okay, cool. So we should be good on that now. Now let's review some stuff. So pull request. Wait, what happened? Wait, it was closed? Wait, why was it closed? I closed it? Wait, when did I close that? What the fuck? Wait, what happened? Wait, is it because I merged the other one already? What? Oh no. What did I do? How do I open it again? Close with unmerged commits. This pull request is closed. Wait. Yeah, that's what happened. Fuck, dude. God damn it. Is there is there a way to is there a way to reopen it? Click reopen pull request on the specific PR page. Wait, what? Shit. I'm a bit lost, I ain't gonna lie. Click the reopen pull request button at the bottom of the page. I don't see that. Does that just not exist? Hold on. Stack Overflow always knows what to do. Damn, bro, I can't believe I did that shit. I didn't know though. Damn it. Damn. Is there a way to open another pull request for that? Or no? Like on my end, is there another way to do that? Or no? Where's my fucking webcam for you doing that shit? Cause I am a bit lost. Also, by the way, what's up, Super Ruby Gaming? I accidentally closed a pull request. Select from checkbox, mark as open. Okay, I did that though, but it's still saying it's closed. I guess I literally can't do anything about it. Fuck. Is that something only you can do? I guess only the person can do that? Fuck, dude. I'm sorry, Mr. Diamond. If you could reopen that, I'll merge it right now. I don't know if you are able to. I'm sorry. I didn't know it would do that. I guess I should have merged that first. Should I start using GitHub? Seems so complicated. Definitely start using GitHub. GitHub is very much used. I don't know if you're in like school or not, but a lot of college kids don't even know how to use GitHub right out of college. But you will be asked, do you know how to use GitHub or Git or whatever in interviews? So definitely learn GitHub. It's definitely a good idea to do that. So. Yeah, Mr. Diamond, if you could reopen that, I can definitely merge it right immediately. But right now, let's look at your fork. Major in finance. Oh, that was my first major. Finance. Well, actually, no. My first major was economics, and then I went to finance, and then I went to computer science. So look at that. I changed my major twice. Although they were all in the course of a year, so I didn't get too behind. But it took me a minute to figure out what the fuck I wanted to do. Finance is pretty good. I just don't want to work like at a corporate. I don't want to be like on the corporate level for my career. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It back. All right, bet. All right, let's do this right. I'm sorry about that, bro. My bad. Okay. Sorry about that. I guess you added some stuff. Okay. Yeah, so we already kind of looked over this last time, so should be good to. So. Is it different in CS? I thought everyone there wanted to go work at like Google and stuff. You definitely can. I mean, you definitely can. Although I mean, it's not that I don't mind like working like in the business world. Obviously, I think I probably will, but I'm also, I don't know. I want to do something that like has some creativity to it. So I always thought maybe coding would be quite nice. Excuse me. But yeah, work at Google and stuff. I mean, some people, yeah. Do I want to work at Google? Not really. Or I don't even think I could if I wanted to. I'm not that good. I'm not good. I shouldn't even say I'm not that good. I'm just not good. So, but it definitely can be you definitely can go down that route for sure. Okay. So how exactly does this work? I might need to. I have my font size increased because of the streams. Example usage terminal setup. Should I call it? So. See out terminal foreground. Up red. Terminal reset. Terminal reset. What does that do exactly? Let me check. Reset. Clear any text effect. Okay. I wasn't sure if that like cleared the console too. Underline and then terminal reset. Terminal both. Terminal green. This is actually kind of sick. Did you pull this from anywhere, or is this just like your genius? Well, genius. It's. I mean, I know it's like kind of simple, but like still. Wow. So we could do like a foreground, a background. That's pretty sick, dude. Invert. Negative. What does negative do? Excuse me. So if I did like let's see this in action really quick. I'll do more later on, obviously, but I want to see this in action. I have like a welcome thing somewhere. The game loop. Oh, I guess I don't. Menu. Choice. Check battle. Oh, this is the menu. What the fuck? Let's like do terminal. And then what was it? Foreground. Mostly just looking up codes and seeing if Windows could use them. Since they're off by default. And you make the game over red. I definitely would do that. Although I don't want to go through the entire game just to get to the game over. Or I don't want to like, you know what I mean? I want to see the, oh, terminal setup. So we have to do the, make sure to call setup so the Windows terminal will understand the music. So we need to run this first, I guess, huh? Where would we need to do this? Like, would it need to be in the main? Oh, we could do it here in the welcome. So if we wanted to do like terminal setup like this. Like that. Let's explicitly ask it. Yeah. So I have to do it there, I guess. How do I run this setup? It's, oh, I probably have to include this probably. Yeah, that'd probably be smart. Yeah, okay. So that works now. So we would do, so now what we would do is in your example, of course I need to include, I'm stupid. Yeah, sorry. I overlook stupid shit. So we would do cout terminal foreground. So we would set the terminal foreground to red, and then we would do the actual message, and then we would reset the terminal. Gotcha. I mean, we can make this look more simple too, I guess, later on, but so we would do like cout terminal foreground, and you said color, so it would be, if we go here, color red. So therefore we would basically just type in terminal red, okay? Terminal red. So that sets it to red. It would do this. Terminal reset, which just resets it. What are we resetting it to? Wait, how do we have to reset it? Oh, we just, wait, what? We don't do any arguments on that? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. It's because using namespace makes everything. Oh, okay, I got you. That's how. Big comment explains why. Ah, I see. So it'd be included before character.h to prevent that, or using should be removed. Considered bad practice for the exact reason. Okay, we'll probably end up going through it and removing it at some point, because I did use this. I did use it initially for sure, and I've used it for many other reasons. But we can definitely do that. So if I just add it before, that'll fix it for now. We can go back through and fix the rest, but doing this works, you know, for the meantime, basically is what I'm trying to say. So reset it. Oh, also, I don't know if, well, I don't think that would matter actually now that I think about it. We're still not using that yet. I need to look into that. Yeah, you can try it. Let's see what it does. Look at that. Sick. You guys see that? It's red. That's gonna be so cool. It's actually sick. I appreciate it, Mr. Diamond. I'm gonna look more into this before Friday's stream, and we'll try to implement more of using it, as well as getting rid of the using namespace. We'll kind of just go from there. So, hell yeah, that's gonna be sick. I'm excited about that, because that's gonna really allow us to customize a lot of cool shit. Hell yeah. Thanks, Mr. Diamond. You should now be included as a contributor. Yeah, okay. So it now contributes, or now it shows you as a contributor on the main repo, in case anyone wants to see that. So nice. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that before next stream. I did want to check out that one fork before I left. I gotta get up so early because I gotta drive like a couple hours for Thanksgiving. So that's fun. Base game overhaul. Oh jeez. What the hell? Holy shit. Yeah, this guy like refactored basically the entire program. Hold on, let me show you guys what that. Oh shit, am I getting a call? Oh, I'm getting a call. Call back in a second. The property set stuff. That's what I was talking about last time. The property set stuff? Is that in terms of use with archetypes? And I'm assuming archetypes are like the like yeah, like the archer, the mage, healer, all that kind of stuff. Ooh, that's interesting. Huh. I definitely need to look a little bit more detail into this off stream, but this is very interesting. Like just the way that you're implementing it. I like how you separated it with the comments. That's pretty smart. Oh, you even refactored the attack system. Holy shit. This makes your 100 different classes basically obsolete. Yeah. We only got 4 right now, but I do see what you mean. This is actually sick because this really like it just makes the game a lot easier. Yes, competition over here. It's damn. I'm out of my league when it comes to this shit. Yeah, you like refactored the entire thing. I see you also did like a console set color, looks like. Damn. I definitely need to look a little bit more into this. Like, I need to go through it and understand it. But this is sick. I appreciate this. I'm definitely gonna look through this before Friday. Next stream's gonna be Friday. We're gonna implement some of the things that we talked about today. And then also, we're gonna do a little bit more of the close. You have much more stuff in there. I couldn't be bothered to actually implement the whole combat. Yeah. Yeah. Also avoiding streams for standard is a plus. I feel like I've heard because I saw you use like printf. Is that kind of what you mean? Why is that? Like what basically what I'm asking is like what's the reason, the logic behind that? I think everyone hates that syntax. Yeah, okay, that's true. So that's probably the reason you do it, I guess, for the most part, but I'm sure there's maybe some more reasons. It's a great language. Not even a great language. Well, I think I definitely have some refactoring to do based on some of the inspiration by you guys, including implementing some more fleshed out things like the terminal colors and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of exciting things. A lot of exciting things. Everyone uses printf. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've seen them. I've seen people use them. Oh, you mean like each language has like that? Okay, I got you. I see what you mean. Yeah, that's for sure. Though it makes setting colors a bit more risk, but that could be easily still. Oh yeah, because of how we've been doing it, like how we just did the terminal colors. Is that kind of what you mean? So that's pretty cool. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'm very thankful to have the community that I have. I think I want to set up a Discord. Excuse me. I think I want to set up a Discord. If you guys would be down with that. I'm not sure how many people would actually want to join it, but clearly we have a really cool amount of people that know what the fuck they're doing. Before there, it's not so hard, just extra function calls. Well, I'm pretty hungry, and I think, yeah, the music did stop. You have to. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, what's up, AZ? I was just about to end stream, AZ. Now I can't because you just joined. I can't end stream when you join, AZ. Good to see you, though. Good to see you. Hope all's well. Hope all's going good. We've made a lot of progress. Mr. Diamond, appreciate your help. You know, we got Pikuras. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I almost called you PK earlier. PK Fire. Simply wrapping format would be the remedy. Oh, for changing terminal colors? Well, you can, and I'll get you next one. Next one's gonna be Friday. I don't know if you can join, but if so, I look forward to seeing you. So, but all right, guys. I gotta go. I gotta get some food, and then I gotta get up early tomorrow to drive. So, I appreciate the support tonight, guys. Thank you guys for the code and the help. Always so amazing and helpful. So, thank you guys very much for that. Yeah, PK is good. It's my name. I'll just okay, I got you. Yeah, I'll just call you PK then. But appreciate you, PK. Appreciate you, Mr. Diamond. Anyone else who came in and you know, had something to add on to it. Appreciate it. Junes, thank you for coming in as well. Appreciate it. Hope to see you guys in a later stream. Next stream gonna be Friday. All right. So if you guys we'll talk about the inner function. Oh yeah, for sure. That's you're talking about the the pointer function kind of thing. Yeah. We'll definitely do that. So, all right, guys. Well, y'all have a good night. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys later.